Oh, there he goes.
Bigfoot sightings have always been a famous topic, sparking debates that are as heated as family holiday dinner arguments. Skeptics love to roll their eyes and believers, well, they'll argue until they're blue in the face. But out of all the blurry videos and shaky stories, one encounter deep in Washington's forests has truly shaken things up. This isn't the usual, "I think I saw something" kind of tale. It's extraordinary, eerie, and impossible to ignore. A man's first-hand experience, backed by what some call the clearest photos ever taken of Bigfoot, has even skeptics scratching their heads. Could this finally be the proof Bigfoot believers have been waiting for? The sheer allure of Bigfoot stems from its mysterious nature, a creature shrouded in mystery, straddling the line between folklore and reality. Over the years, countless reports have emerged from individuals who claim to have seen the elusive giant. But this particular encounter stands apart. Why? It's not just the vivid details of the sighting, but the emotional weight of the story itself. A man, seeking solitude in a remote cabin, found himself face to face with something that defied explanation. It's an account that not only captured the attention of Bigfoot enthusiasts, but also forced skeptics to take a second look. A cabin in the woods. Deep in the heart of Washington's untamed wilderness, a man whose name remains unknown sought refuge in a remote cabin. It was meant to be a tranquil getaway, a chance to disconnect and find peace. But peace is the last thing he found. On the second night, as the fire's glow cast flickering shadows, unease crept into the cabin. At first, it was nothing more than the ordinary sounds of a wooden structure settling. The occasional groan of the timber, the crackle of embers, and the distant rustle of the forest seemed mundane, until they weren't. Then came the sound. A faint shuffle, like leaves being disturbed, just outside the cabin. He dismissed it as a passing animal, perhaps a deer. But when the sound persisted, growing louder, his heartbeat quickened. Curiosity mixed with fear, urging him to investigate. That's when he saw it. A massive handprint had appeared on the frosted windowpane. Its size was astonishing, dwarfing any human handprint he had ever seen. The edges of the print were jagged, the fingers elongated and alien. He stepped closer, hoping the firelight would offer clarity. That's when he saw the face. At the edge of the firelight, just beyond the safety of the cabin's walls, a figure loomed. Its features were unlike anything he could comprehend. Wild, matted hair framed a broad, shadowed face with deep-set eyes that seemed to glow faintly in the dark. The eyes weren't menacing, but curious, almost as if the creature was studying him. Time seemed to slow as the two locked gazes. The sheer size of the figure was overwhelming, its presence dominating the small clearing around the cabin. He wanted to scream, to run, to do anything but stand frozen. But his body betrayed him, paralyzed by a mix of awe and terror. And then, instinct took over. He grabbed his phone from the table beside him. His fingers trembled as he unlocked it, fumbling with the camera app. Would the creature disappear before he could capture it? What if it didn't? He snapped the first photo. The flash startled him as much as it did the creature. For a moment, the light illuminated the towering figure in stark detail. Its muscular frame, its thick fur, and the unmistakable intelligence in its eyes. The creature didn't flee but remained still, as though it was unbothered by the human's attempts to document it. Photo after photo, the man continued, his fear momentarily overridden by the need to preserve the moment. Each click of the shutter brought him closer to the reality of what he was seeing. Yet, just as suddenly as it had appeared, the creature melted back into the shadows, its movements silent and fluid. The night grew eerily quiet once more. The man stood there for what felt like hours, phone still clutched in his hands, his breath coming in short, shallow gasps. The cabin felt less like a sanctuary and more like a fragile barrier between him and the vast unknown outside. Every creak of the wooden floorboards, every gust of wind against the windows made him jump. He barely slept that night. The images of the creature burned into his mind.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
When dawn broke, he finally summoned the courage to review the photos. Most were blurred, a chaotic mess of light and shadow. But a few, just a few, were crystal clear. They revealed a creature unlike anything documented before. Its sheer size, the complex details of its fur, and the intensity of its gaze were undeniable. This was no hoax, no bear, no trick of the light. It was something entirely new. The unforgettable photos. The isolation of the cabin, once a comforting retreat, now felt like a trap, a place where he was utterly alone with whatever lurked beyond the thin wooden walls. Shadows seemed to move in the corners of his vision, and the forest beyond the cabin's windows became an impenetrable wall of darkness. When the first rays of sunlight finally filtered through the trees, he felt a faint glimmer of relief. Exhausted but compelled by a mix of fear and curiosity, he reached for his phone to review the photos. The initial images were chaotic, a mess of overexposed light and shaky angles. He nearly dismissed them entirely until he scrolled further. And then he saw it. Clear as day, captured in stark detail, was the creature. Its silhouette was imposing, the fur thick and textured, the face both alien and eerily familiar. One photo showed its glowing eyes reflecting the flash, casting an otherworldly intensity that seemed to pierce through the screen. Another image captured the contours of its massive shoulders, the musculature evident even beneath the dense fur. The photos sent a shiver down his spine. They were undeniable. He spent hours examining every detail, enlarging the images to study the creature's features. It wasn't just the size that struck him, though that alone was staggering. It was the intelligence in its expression. The creature's gaze wasn't vacant or animalistic.
Oh, there he goes.
It felt deliberate, almost knowing, as if it understood more than it should. The decision to share the photos weighed heavily on him. It's not uncommon for ridicule to follow in the wake of such wild claims. The dismissal from skeptics without a second thought was nerve-wracking. But he also felt a responsibility to reveal what he had seen. These weren't just blurry shapes or ambiguous forms. These were images that could spark serious discussions and maybe even change the way people viewed the legend of Bigfoot. He uploaded the photos to an online forum dedicated to unexplained phenomena, using an anonymous account to shield his identity. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Believers hailed the images as the most convincing evidence yet, while skeptics dissected every pixel, accusing him of fabrication. Some pointed to the creature's posture, noting how it matched descriptions from countless other sightings. Others marveled at the glow in its eyes, speculating on what kind of creature could exhibit such a feature. But no matter the opinions, one thing was certain. These photos had reignited the debate. The man's encounter became a focal point for both believers and skeptics, a story that would linger in the minds of all who saw the images. For him, the photos were more than just evidence. They were a reminder of the night he came face to face with the unknown. Sharing the evidence. Imagine holding the kind of secret that could flip everything people think they know on its head. That's exactly where this man found himself. He wasn't blind to the risks, the mockery, the accusations of fakery, the endless scrutiny. But as he stared at the photos on his phone, he couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't just about him. This wasn't just another story to be dismissed or ignored. Whatever he saw was bigger than personal doubt. It felt like a discovery that needed to see the light of day. Using an anonymous account, he uploaded the images to several online communities devoted to unexplained phenomena. He chose these forums carefully, hoping to find an audience that would approach the photos with an open mind. It was a great idea to start with people open to his story because the responses were immediate and hopeful.
That one. Oh, okay, no, I'm not. Okay, yeah, you're in the perfect place right there.
Believers flooded the forums with excitement, hailing the photos as groundbreaking evidence of Bigfoot's existence. They pointed out details in the creature's posture, the glowing eyes, and its sheer size. Some compared the images to descriptions from previous sightings, marveling at the similarities. Others analyzed the creature's physical traits, suggesting it could be a previously undocumented species. The photos were shared widely, sparking discussions and debates across multiple platforms. Skeptics, however, were equally vocal. Disbelievers of Bigfoot weren't going to sit back and take the pictures at face value. They dissected every pixel of the photos, searching for signs of forgery or manipulation. Some claimed the images were staged, pointing to the creature's stillness as evidence of a costume or model. Others dismissed the photos outright, insisting they were part of an elaborate hoax. The man's anonymity only fueled their doubts, with many questioning why he wouldn't reveal his identity if his experience was genuine. The debate grew more intense as experts weighed in. Photographers analyzed the lighting and shadows in the images, with some concluding that the photos showed no obvious signs of tampering. Biologists speculated about the creature's anatomy, while anthropologists compared the sighting to folklore from the Pacific Northwest. The discussion extended beyond the online forums, drawing attention from mainstream media and even scientific circles. For the man, the reactions were both validating and overwhelming. While he was relieved to find others who believed his story, the skepticism and accusations took a toll. He began to question whether sharing the photos had been the right decision.
Something's watching my dog.
Yet, despite the backlash, he felt a sense of purpose. The encounter had left an unerasable mark on him, and he believed it was his responsibility to bring the truth, or at least the possibility of it, to light. After all, if Bigfoot really is out there, people need to know. It's a safety hazard for curious hikers around the world. In the end, the photos did more than reignite the debate about Bigfoot's existence. They became a focal point for broader questions about the unknown. How much do we really understand about the world around us? Could there be creatures that have eluded discovery for centuries? And if so, what does that say about humanity's place in the natural order? As the man continued to follow the discussions online, he couldn't help but wonder what might have happened if he hadn't taken those photos. Would anyone have believed his story without them? And more importantly, what else might be lurking out there, waiting to be discovered? The debate rages on. The man's photos weren't the first to get people arguing. Bigfoot's been stirring up debates for centuries. He's basically the original internet troll. Indigenous tribes in the Pacific Northwest have long spoken of Sasquatch as a forest guardian. But is it really a protector? Or just really good at hide and seek? Legends paint it as a towering figure, equal parts awe-inspiring and fearsome, with a knack for vanishing into thin air. How does something that big just disappear? That's part of the mystery, and why people can't stop talking about it. For many, these legends hold a kernel of truth. The consistency in descriptions across generations.
Their voice is something it's like I can't get enough of it. Just love it.
The immense size, the glowing eyes, the human-like posture suggests that the stories are based on real encounters. Even skeptics can't entirely dismiss the cultural weight of such accounts, especially when they mirror modern sightings so closely. But skepticism runs deep. Critics often argue that Bigfoot sightings lack tangible proof. Without high-definition video footage or physical evidence, such as a body or bones, it's easy to dismiss the creature as a myth. The absence of corroborating witnesses in many sightings only adds to the doubt. How is it possible, they ask, that a creature of such size and notoriety could remain undetected in an age of smartphones and surveillance? Yet, how do we explain the similarities in countless accounts? Could so many people across different times and places be imagining the same thing? Psychologists have explored the possibility of cultural memory, or shared myths shaping perceptions. Still, this doesn't account for physical evidence such as footprints, hair samples, or audio recordings of strange guttural sounds. These artifacts, while not definitive, continue to fuel the mystery. Believers argue that Bigfoot's elusiveness is precisely what makes it so extraordinary. The dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, with their wild terrain and vast uninhabited areas, provide an ideal habitat for a creature adept at avoiding humans. The lack of definitive proof, they say, is not evidence of absence, but a testament to the creature's intelligence and survival skills. Some scientists have entertained the idea that Bigfoot could be a relic species, perhaps a distant relative of Gigantopithecus, an ancient ape thought to have gone extinct thousands of years ago. If such a species managed to survive in isolated pockets, it could explain the sporadic sightings and lack of physical evidence. However, without concrete proof, this remains speculative. The man's photos added another layer to the debate. For believers, they were a breakthrough, images that captured the essence of the creature described in so many stories. For skeptics, they were just another set of blurry images to scrutinize.
It looked really, really human. The face was human. I could see the eyelashes, you know, the eyes, the teeth. The teeth were big teeth.
The debate over their authenticity was as heated as the broader discussion about Bigfoot's existence. In the end, the photos became a symbol of the enduring mystery. They forced people to confront questions about the unknown and the limits of human understanding. Is it possible that such a creature could exist, hidden in the shadows of our world? Or is Bigfoot simply a projection of our deepest fears and curiosities, a modern myth born from our fascination with the wild? As the debate rages on, one thing is certain: the legend of Bigfoot continues to captivate. Whether it's a relic of ancient times, a figment of imagination, or something entirely unknown, it challenges us to explore the boundaries of belief and evidence. The man's encounter, like so many before it, reminds us that the world is vast and full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Other chilling encounters. This sighting isn't isolated. Washington State, in particular, is a hotspot for Bigfoot activity. Take Barb's story, for instance. Her fascination with Sasquatch began in the 1970s during a camping trip near Mount St. Helens. One evening, she and her family heard strange, echoing calls from the dense forest. They dismissed it as an animal at the time, but the haunting sound stayed with Barb for years. Decades later, while walking near her remote cabin, she discovered massive footprints pressed into the soil. Each print was larger than any human foot, with toes clearly defined. It was enough to reignite her curiosity. Her experiences didn't end there. Barb began noticing other strange phenomena: snapped treetops, arranged branches that formed crude structures, and even glowing orbs darting through the trees. It only takes one experience to open your eyes to a whole new world of possibilities. These occurrences felt deliberate, as if left by an intelligent being. On one particularly eerie night, she captured what she described as a cloaking Sasquatch on camera. The figure seemed to shift in and out of visibility, defying all logic and leaving her stunned. If that doesn't sound like a real mythical creature, then what does? Then there's Joseph, who had a harrowing encounter in Olympic National Park. While hiking with his girlfriend and their dog, the couple came across a grisly scene: a massive orange-haired creature carrying what appeared to be a bloody carcass. The sight was enough to freeze them in their tracks. Their dog, usually fearless, whimpered and refused to move. Joseph described the creature as towering and muscular, its fur matted and streaked with blood. The couple quickly retreated, the dog's behavior cementing their fear. But these are just two stories among many. In the Pacific Northwest alone, reports of strange sightings, eerie sounds, and unexplained footprints number in the hundreds. Hunters have recounted chilling nights in the woods, where deep, guttural howls seem to follow their every move. Campers have shared tales of rocks being thrown at their tents from unseen assailants, a behavior often attributed to Sasquatch. What sets these encounters apart is the consistency in descriptions. Witnesses, often from vastly different backgrounds, report similar features: immense size, glowing eyes, and an air of quiet dominance. The creature's intelligence is frequently remarked upon, with some describing its behavior as almost human-like. These shared elements lend credence to the idea that there may be more to these stories than mere imagination. Encounters like Barb's and Joseph's also raise interesting questions about the nature of Bigfoot.
He's coming. He's there. He's gonna pop up in a minute. Take the berries.
Is it purely a physical creature, a remnant of a bygone era? Or does its ability to evade capture and leave only fleeting traces suggest something more supernatural? Some researchers speculate that Bigfoot might possess heightened sensory abilities or even an awareness that allows it to avoid human detection. Others wonder if the creature's elusiveness is tied to the vastness of its habitat, where it can disappear into dense forests and rugged terrain with ease. Whether physical or supernatural, the accounts serve as chilling reminders of how much remains unknown. Barb's snapped treetops and glowing orbs, Joseph's grisly encounter, and countless other stories paint a picture of a world that still holds secrets. A legacy of mystery. For centuries, the mystery of Bigfoot has lingered, defying explanation. This creature, often called Sasquatch, has rooted itself deeply in the stories and imaginations of countless cultures. Indigenous tribes in North America, especially in the Pacific Northwest, spoke of a forest guardian, a towering, shadowy figure that could both terrify and inspire. These tales, passed down through generations, are not just folklore to those who tell them. They are warnings, testaments to encounters with something extraordinary. Science, too, has flirted with the possibility of Bigfoot's existence. Theories abound, suggesting it could be a relic species like Gigantopithecus, a massive ape that roamed ancient Earth. Could such a creature have survived in remote, uninhabited regions? Some researchers believe it's possible, pointing to the dense, untouched forests of the Pacific Northwest as ideal habitats for such an elusive being. However, without hard evidence, bones, fur samples, or clear video footage, the scientific community remains divided. The fear Bigfoot instills in witnesses also adds to its mystique. Those who claim to have encountered the creature often describe not just terror, but a profound sense of being watched by something intelligent, almost otherworldly. This blend of fear and fascination has cemented Bigfoot's place in modern culture as a symbol of the unknown. So, what did the man capture in his photos? Was it truly Bigfoot, straddling the line between myth and reality? Or was it something else entirely? A trick of light, a bear, or an elaborate hoax? The lack of definitive answers is what keeps the mystery alive. Every sighting, every footprint, every eerie howl in the woods feeds into a collective narrative that refuses to be confined to mere legend. The forests still hold their secrets, and among them may be a towering figure that defies explanation. The truth is out there, waiting to be discovered. Will we ever uncover it, or is Bigfoot destined to remain one of the world's greatest mysteries? As long as there are those brave enough to venture into the unknown, the legend will endure. Bigfoot, whether it exists or not, challenges us to keep searching, to question the limits of human understanding, and to embrace the mysteries that make life so endlessly fascinating. Its legacy is not just one of fear or folklore, but of curiosity and wonder, an enduring symbol of the unknown that continues to captivate imaginations around the globe. It stands as a reminder that some mysteries are worth pursuing, even when answers seem just out of reach.
The creature that we're seeing in this video is clearly bipedal.
I find that many times hoaxers focus on the camera itself instead of at this amazing thing that they just saw.
From the eerie sighting of a shadowy figure pulling a child from their bed, to the mysterious creature sprinting across the remote fields of Alberta, these chilling encounters leave us questioning what might truly be out there. Mysterious shadow caught on camera. A doorbell camera recently captured something unusual. At first, it showed what seemed like an ordinary man walking past a car. Everything looked normal until you noticed his shadow. It didn't match his body at all. Instead of reflecting his figure, the shadow resembled something bent over and crawling. When this clip surfaced online, it sparked widespread discussion. Many believed the man could be a shapeshifter. According to legends, while shapeshifters can appear human, their shadows remain unchanged, revealing their true form. However, not everyone was convinced. Some skeptics argued the footage was fake, leaving the debate unresolved. The mystery of Daniel Nemes. Daniel Nemes, a quantum physicist, became the center of attention after claiming to invent a device called the energy vision camera. He asserted that this groundbreaking invention could capture images of beings from other dimensions, entities existing on different energy planes. Daniel shared several photos that appeared to show bizarre, otherworldly forms. Shortly after his claims gained traction, all traces of his research mysteriously vanished without a trace. While skeptics dismissed his work as a hoax, others found the disappearance suspicious, speculating that he might have been silenced. The unique nature of his work remains a topic of curiosity and debate. Dashcam captures a hairy mystery. A truck driver's dashcam recorded something eerie during a late-night drive. The footage showed a large, dark, furry figure lurking behind trees. Initially, the driver didn't notice it, as it blended seamlessly with the surroundings. However, upon realizing what he had seen, he quickly ran back to his truck and drove away. Given their profession, truck drivers are accustomed to encountering strange sights, yet this incident left the driver visibly shaken. Some viewers speculated the creature might be Bigfoot, while others suspected the video could have been staged. The lack of additional footage only deepened the mystery. A creepy guest in a photo. Two friends took a photo together during a casual evening at home, aiming to capture a happy memory. When they later reviewed the picture, they noticed something unnerving. A humanoid figure, partially veiled and lacking visible eyes or a mouth, appeared near them in the image. This discovery alarmed the women, prompting them to upload the photo online in search of answers. Many in the paranormal community suggested it could be a ghost, possibly tied to the house or the land's history. On the other hand, skeptics speculated the image might have been digitally altered for attention. Despite differing opinions, the photo's unsettling nature left a lasting impression. UFO over the Delaware River. A strange craft was reportedly seen flying over the Delaware River, moving from Philadelphia toward New Jersey. Witnesses described it as unlike any helicopter or plane they had encountered before. Fascinated by its unusual design and movement, they recorded the sighting and shared it online. Although the footage's quality and angle made analysis challenging, it gained traction among UFO enthusiasts. Some accepted it as evidence of extraterrestrial activity, while others remained skeptical due to the lack of definitive details. This sighting added to a series of mysterious occurrences reported in the area that month. Unseen presence at home. One woman experienced an unsettling sensation of being watched while alone in her house. The feeling grew stronger in a specific room, leading her to take photos with her phone. At first glance, nothing appeared unusual, but upon reviewing the images, she noticed a figure in the background that she hadn't seen with her naked eyes. Rather than fleeing, she chose to upload the image online to seek explanations. Her bold reaction to the incident added another layer to the mysterious presence captured in her home. The image, widely shared, fueled discussions about unseen entities. Folklore or fabrication. A clip submitted to the community claimed to show a legendary creature from folklore. While many enjoy exploring ancient myths, this particular footage felt questionable. Despite its eerie appearance, something about it seemed off. As a bonus entry, it provided an opportunity to delve into creative interpretations of what the figure might represent, blending entertainment with mystery. Unusual masks in Russia. In Russia, a strange sight caught the internet's attention. People were seen wearing white mesh masks. This wasn't a quirky fashion trend, but a way to evade facial recognition cameras. It raised questions about the need for such measures and why these individuals felt compelled to protect their privacy so dramatically. While the masks seemed effective, they sparked debates. Were these individuals breaking the law, or were they simply standing up for their privacy in a bold way? Eerie walk in the woods. A woman was walking her dog through the woods, filming the serene surroundings. Her dog suddenly acted strangely, sniffing a specific spot and refusing to move forward. She thought it was just distracted by a scent. But when she reviewed her footage later, she noticed something chilling. A pale, long-faced figure with hollow black eyes was visible among the trees. Some speculated it was one of the mysterious Watchers of the Woods, while others believed it could be something more sinister. The sighting left everyone guessing. Mysterious creature beneath a rock. A clip from the Middle East showed two men examining something beneath a rock. It seemed to have dark fingers, and it was unclear if it was trying to escape or keep them away.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حسنا كعيان حسنا خذوا في باطن هذا البئر.
The video ended abruptly, leaving viewers with no resolution. Many believed the men encountered a jinn, a supernatural being from local folklore. Others dismissed the video as staged for attention, but its eerie nature sparked widespread discussion. Restless figure on a quiet road. On a Native American reservation in Canada, a night patrol took a chilling turn. Two residents spotted a small, ghostly figure pacing restlessly along the road. Its movements were agitated, and the sight unnerved them enough to drive away quickly. The figure's nature remains a mystery. Some suggested it could be a restless spirit tied to the area's history, while others had no explanation at all. Humanoid creature on all fours. A strange humanoid creature was spotted moving on all fours in a street. Its hips were unusually high, and its movement seemed unnatural. The person who filmed it stood still, recording, before likely fleeing. The footage sparked theories. Some thought it was a rake, a mythical being, while others believed it was something otherworldly. The authenticity of the clip remains uncertain. Green hue in a lake. A woman recorded a lake with an unusual green hue. She insisted there were no machines or people around to explain it. The clip fueled speculation online. Some believed it was evidence of UAPs or UFOs hiding underwater, referencing government leaks about such possibilities. Others suggested it might have been divers or another natural phenomenon, but the mystery remains unsolved. Ghostly figure with a deer. A woman captured a peaceful photo of a deer by the road, but later noticed something ghostly in the image. A translucent figure appeared in front of the deer. It was a quiet area with no one else around, making the sight even stranger. Some believed it was a spirit watching over the animal, while others thought it could be an optical illusion. The eerie image left many unsettled. Inverted being on a lawn. A security camera captured a bizarre event. A dark figure with an inverted back moved across a lawn. Shockingly, it didn't stay in that form. The figure transformed into a human with clothes on. This strange footage led many to believe it was a skinwalker, a mythical shapeshifter. Skeptics argued it could be doctored footage, but the clip left viewers questioning its authenticity. Shadowy figure behind a deer. A trail camera recorded a deer grazing peacefully when a shadowy figure moved behind it. The deer stopped, clearly aware of the presence. The figure didn't resemble any human or animal, leading to speculation. Some thought it was a cloaked alien, while others believed it was an entity of unknown origin. Wolf-like transformation. A security camera captured an unsettling scene on a road. A shadowy humanoid figure approached, walking on two legs. Suddenly, it transformed into a wolf and dashed into the nearby woods. The footage was shared online, with many suggesting it could be a skinwalker or even a werewolf. Skeptics questioned its authenticity, but the eerie transformation fascinated viewers. Birthday party surprise. A family hosted a lively birthday party for their child. Among the guests, one person noticed something unusual. A strange creature caught everyone's attention as it peeked out from behind a door. It had a giant cat-like face and an unusually long neck. Its twisted features were both fascinating and unsettling. The dim lighting in the room made it hard to see the creature clearly, adding to the eerie atmosphere. A portal to the underworld. A Russian explorer claimed to have discovered a doorway to the underworld. He shared footage of the location, demonstrating how pressing certain rocks in a specific sequence could activate the entrance. Many found his story fascinating, while others were skeptical.
И здесь же находится вход в подземный мир. Сейчас я вам его покажу. Смотрите, вход в подземный мир.
Critics questioned why he didn't film the entire process. Despite the doubts, some people connected his discovery to similar tales from the USA about entrances to the inner earth. Whether true or not, the clip sparked intense curiosity. A strange face at the window. A homeowner heard tapping sounds on her window and decided to record the event for evidence. To her shock, the footage revealed a creepy, non-human face staring in. The unexpected sight terrified her. While some viewers suggested closing the curtains at night, others debated whether the incident was real or staged. Regardless, the video left many unsettled. The mystery of cave disappearances. Cave exploring sounds adventurous, but it carries significant risks. Reports of people vanishing in extensive caves have increased. Some believe mysterious creatures dwell deep underground. One group of explorers ventured into a local cave and heard strange noises echoing in the dark. They filmed their experience but captured only shaky footage. The incident raised questions about what truly lies in the shadows of these caves. Drone footage of a grim burial. During the COVID pandemic, drone footage captured haunting scenes on Hart Island, New York. Workers in protective gear were seen stacking wooden boxes in mass graves. This island, known as a burial site for the unclaimed, holds a grim history. It has served as a prison, hospital, and cemetery. With countless bodies buried there, it's a chilling reminder of forgotten lives. A ritual in the woods. A man hiking in the woods heard chanting and singing. Following the sounds, he discovered a line of people dressed in white, walking in a strange formation. The footage sparked speculation online. Some connected the scene to the Yellow Deli, a chain of sandwich shops linked to a religious group. Whether the gathering was related to the group or not, the mysterious ritual remains unexplained. A glowing orb in the kitchen. In Florida, a man set up a security camera in his kitchen after noticing unusual occurrences. The footage revealed a glowing, orb-like object floating around. It moved fluidly, shrinking at one point before disappearing toward the ceiling. The nature of the orb puzzled viewers. Was it a ghost, an alien presence, or something else entirely? A face in the hotel mirror. A woman staying in a hotel sent her family a photo of her room. When they looked closely, they spotted a chilling detail. In the mirror's reflection, the pale face of a little girl with glowing white eyes appeared. The woman insisted she was alone in the room, but the eerie image suggested otherwise. A shadowy transfer. A security camera captured two men walking on a quiet street. Suddenly, a shadowy figure detached from one man and entered the other. The transition was subtle and went unnoticed by the men. The footage raised unsettling questions about the nature of spirits in possession. Dangerous waters near dams. Dams may look calm, but they hide deadly currents beneath the surface.
100% fatality rate. Every motherfucker who ended up in there has died.
Known as drowning machines, these swirling waters can overpower even skilled swimmers. Many people have tragically lost their lives in these conditions. For safety, experts strongly advise against swimming near dams. The child and the night monster. A couple recently installed a security camera in their child's room because of unusual nighttime behavior. Their little one had been crying and refusing to sleep, claiming a monster was hiding under the bed. Initially, the parents dismissed it as a typical childhood fear of the dark. They thought it was just their child imagining things, as many kids do. But one night, the footage proved them wrong. In the middle of the night, the camera caught a dark figure slowly emerging from the doorway. Its glowing eyes pierced through the dim light, and it had an eerie presence. The figure's long hand slid around the doorframe before it retreated into the darkness without making a sound. Watching this, the parents were horrified, realizing their child wasn't imagining things after all. That night changed everything for them. The Disney intro that never was. Do you remember the classic Disney intro where Tinkerbell flies in with her wand, sprinkling pixie dust, and dots the I in Disney? It's a magical moment many fans swear by. But guess what? It never happened. Disney insists this iconic sequence was never part of their movie intros. This revelation has left fans puzzled. Some believe it's a Mandela effect, suggesting we might have shifted timelines where small details are different. Others suspect Disney might be playing tricks on us. Regardless, it's hard to believe something so vivid in our memories never existed. The iPad kid phenomenon. These days, more kids are glued to screens, a trend being referred to as the iPad kid disease.
You want to read a book with Dad? You want an iPad?
Parents, often busy with work and responsibilities, hand over iPads, phones, or TVs to keep their children occupied. While it may seem convenient, the effects on kids are alarming. Children are mimicking swiping motions in their sleep, throwing tantrums when devices are taken away, and showing aggression without screen time. Beyond these behaviors, experts warn that too much screen exposure can harm emotional development and social skills. Many kids now struggle with real-world interactions, imaginative play, and physical activity. This raises concerns about how this generation will grow up. Celebrities and supernatural speculations. For years, rumors about celebrities selling their souls have circulated, fueled by strange moments caught on camera. Let's start with Lana Del Rey. At one of her concerts, someone recorded footage where she and her dancers appeared distorted. Their faces looked unnatural, but the person who filmed it said they looked normal in real life. Could it be a glitch? Maybe, but Lana's known interest in witchcraft adds another layer of mystery. Then there's Lady Gaga. In one clip, her eyes seemed to turn completely white. Similarly, Beyoncé appeared to momentarily shift her appearance during a high-energy performance. These eerie moments leave people wondering if they're just coincidences, camera glitches, or something more sinister. The Megalodon debate. Sharks are fascinating, but could there still be a massive prehistoric shark like the Megalodon lurking in the ocean? The Megalodon lived about 3.6 to 23 million years ago and was one of the most powerful predators in history. Growing up to 60 feet long, it had serrated teeth designed to crush bones and prey on large marine animals. Despite its dominance, the Megalodon went extinct millions of years ago, likely due to climate changes and declining prey. Yet, modern clips claiming to show this giant shark occasionally surface. Experts agree these videos are most likely fake, but the idea of such a creature still sparks fascination. A cross in the sky. In Russia, a family spotted a cross-shaped light in the sky above a building.
Лена Анатольевна, мы вот сами не можем поверить. Мы пошли погулять. И вот здесь вот такое чудо.
The sight was striking and immediately sparked discussions. Some saw it as a divine sign, while others suggested a more practical explanation. The cross's position and clarity made it seem supernatural, but it's likely the result of bright lights reflecting off the building's corners onto the clouds. Still, it was a stunning and thought-provoking sight. Concerns about fake food. A growing number of people are sharing stories about fake plastic food. One video showed a woman examining a piece of chicken that looked off. It had a strange texture, and despite being labeled boneless and skinless, it felt like it had a plastic coating.
Does something look wrong here? Like, why is it like that? Look at it.
She described it as mushy and unnatural. This raises serious concerns about food safety. The idea of fake food being sold is unsettling and frustrating. While these accounts are mainly online, many wonder how widespread this issue is and what can be done to ensure the food we eat is safe. Unusual star in Mexico. In Mexico, two men spotted something strange while outdoors. A star in the night sky suddenly emitted a green laser beam. The beam moved around for a moment and then disappeared. Some paranormal enthusiasts claim this might be evidence of alien activity. However, one person suggested it was likely a prank. They explained that someone on a nearby hill could have used a green laser pointer, which is commonly sold at fairs. While opinions vary, the event sparked curiosity. A terrifying nighttime visitor. A concerned mother set up a security camera in her son's room after he kept complaining about a monster keeping him awake. She thought it might ease his fears. What the camera captured that night was truly horrifying. The bedroom door creaked open on its own, and a shadowy figure appeared at the foot of the boy's bed. The figure looked like a woman in dark, tattered robes. Her face was obscured, but her presence was undeniably chilling. Without a sound, she peeled back the covers and began pulling the boy toward the edge of the bed. The child woke up screaming, and the footage ended abruptly. The incident left viewers deeply unsettled. The vanishing figure in the field. In a foggy field, a man sitting near his tractor noticed something unusual. A humanoid figure ran across the field at an incredible speed. It passed behind the tractor but never reappeared on the other side. It simply vanished. The man described the figure's stride as unnatural, almost too fast for a human. The strange event added to the mystery of what might be lurking in the fog. Ryan Garcia's bold claims. Boxer Ryan Garcia recently shared his thoughts on government conspiracies and spirituality while in the hospital.
Come on now, the rapture is coming, Jesus is coming back, the aliens, they already have Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is the fact that aliens are being slowly put out, okay?
In a video, he warned about Project Bluebeam, a theory suggesting the talk of aliens is a deliberate deception. Garcia claimed that aliens are not extraterrestrial beings, but demons in disguise. He connected this idea to biblical prophecies, saying it's all part of a plan to mislead humanity during the rapture. His views have sparked debate and cost him standing in the boxing community, but they've also gained attention from those fascinated by his theories. Strange cloud formations around the world. Unusual cloud formations have been spotted in different parts of the world recently. One common type is a ring-shaped cloud with smoke-like swirls. Some people believe these clouds are cloaked UFOs, while others think they might be portals. Skeptics argue they are natural cloud formations. Despite differing opinions, the striking similarity between sightings in various locations raises questions about their origin. Are they connected, or is it all just a coincidence? A mysterious creature in Alberta. In the remote landscapes of Alberta, Canada, a man recorded something strange. He saw a large, dark figure moving quickly across the open terrain. Even from a distance, the creature's size and speed were striking.
And it would take us hours to cross from way over there.
The area is difficult to access, making the sighting even more puzzling. The man believed he had seen Bigfoot. While many viewers agreed with him, others were skeptical. Some criticized his shaky camera work, saying it made the footage less credible. However, others pointed out that filming while watching the creature could easily result in an unsteady shot. Regardless, the sighting remains a topic of debate. From the eerie sighting of a shadowy figure pulling a child from their bed, to the mysterious creature sprinting across the remote fields of Alberta, these were the chilling encounters that left us questioning what might truly be out there.